Slow economic growth since the pandemic, compounded by the energy crisis, impact on employment creation, leading to poverty and inequality. This amid rising cost of living and economic hardship. The situation has prompted young people such as Nelisa Kungayo to take advantage of each and every available opportunity to try and survive. Kungayo is managing his uncle's Chisanyama business in Gugulethu while also plying his trade for an events decor company on part-time basis.
Post-COVID, everything hasn't been working well because there wasn't too much gatherings. So we had to find our own other ways of making money on the side. Being the Chisanyama, sometimes I bring my own sausages to the shop and then those sausages will be mine. So we are working, but it's not very busy.
Others barely keep the lights on, while many rely on selling perishable goods just to stay afloat.
Yeah, it's very hard to cope nowadays because the prices of everything is so high, but we just trying to just go to the farms these days just to try to ask them to give us better prices, but everywhere it's just we're not making like profit even a lot these days, and most of the stuff is going to waste because the prices is too expensive for the people to buy our products.
For some, in places like Khayelitsha, government social grants are the only form of income. But this too is not enough to meet all the needs.
To survive with this hard situation we are living with. Because after COVID, we didn't survive it yet because everything is very, very expensive. Food, electricity, everything is expensive.
I'm actually working, but life is too difficult during this pandemic. And another thing is that the cost of living is so high. The rates, the water, even you can't even buy light because the light is so little.
Very, very hard, man. Because why? I must just live on that small amount of pension that they give me. And everything is going up, 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 up. Nothing is coming down.
I'm a pensioner, and it's very hard to struggle. Ends meets, everything goes up. We only got like 90 rand increase. For, I mean, what can you do with that kind of money? I mean, if you've got a family.
Residents say the high crime rate is further hampering economic growth. The Western Cape government has set aside a budget of 81 billion rand to deal with some of the challenges.
Tourism brings people from other parts of the world, and our agricultural exports to other parts of the world. When the world's economy slows down, those two engine rooms are put under pressure, so we must keep pushing the tourism and the agricultural boundaries. But I'm immensely impressed by the tourism industry and our recovery. Now during the holiday season, 191 international direct flights from around the world and Africa into Cape Town every week.
While the export of mainly agricultural products seem to go well, this too is not without its own challenges.
One of the biggest ongoing economic stumbling blocks is congestion at the port of Cape Town, which impacts particularly on the export of agricultural and manufacturing goods. Container vessels are forced to anchor for days in Table Bay before even getting into the port, where the turnaround time is painfully slow. This wreaks havoc with export schedules and delivery times and has a knock-on effect right through the system.
The bulk of the provincial budget will go to health and education, while there is specific focus on growing the economy and to deal with the energy crisis. Mlamli Maneli, SABC News, Cape Town.